And we're going to call this body under preparation. It is now 6:30. So we're called to order. We will have the prayer by Madeline.
Please stand for a prayer and a pledge. Heavenly Father, thank you for the grace of this day. Thank you for our health and the ability to be here. Thank you for able-bodied people that help each other through the storm and reminded everybody what it's like to have struggles, and that we are so fortunate to have the best PSC working for us, and we got up a lot of the stuff off of the street and to make it safer for passing. Thank you to our firemen, and to our solid waste, and to our wastewater committee, and to our servants that are workers, and thank you for keeping us safe. Maybe we arrived home the same way we came here tonight, a little bit more enlightened, but doing your duty all the way now. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Under the Information Act in compliance with Freedom of Information Act, notice of this meeting and agenda was provided all news media and persons requesting notification. Commissioner Brown Crouch. Here. Commissioner Milliken. Here. Commissioner Clifton.
Here.
We will have item number 3, presentation from the local community code architect. Code and line. Now, I'm all good.
Thank you for having me here. We've made a lot of progress on the study of the distinction. So tonight we're just going to present really a lot of the information that we need, and also go through some of the options on layout of site and the potential layout of building. Remember, this is still at a conceptual level. Nothing has been finalized, nothing is unthinkable. This is really to give the PSC information both on what's possible and potential at the site and what the options may cost down the road to allow PSC to make decisions about funding and what we would do to get things in line, potentially to replace that station. So we all know that this station, and certainly from today's modern firehouse standards, actually I'll back up from 25 years ago standards, that building is out of date, and in order for ISO ratings and providing the level of service that we need to keep your consistent state, replacing the building is critically important both from an apparatus standpoint, but also, and maybe more important, just from the facility that the firemen have to live in and work in every day. So, station reaching the lifespan, ultimately about 60 years old, and we can design buildings in 40 to 50 years, so it's already over past its lifespan. Certainly can add on to it in years and things, trying to make it a little bit more useful and serve the needs of PSC, but it's really from a general perspective of looking at a modern firehouse. I think everyone can agree that the building needs to be really updated or removed and replaced. So with that, we're going to go over some site information first, and then at the end, we'll show you some ideas, about 2 different ideas for the site, potential layouts, considering circulation, safety, response, all of those things. Potential cost estimates of both of those options. So the existing building is on a small portion of the corner site, and then the garden here in Mexico. The corner site is actually a piece of property that has a garden guidance office on it. Been there a little while, and we know it's been active on that site for decades. The back part of that property most modern fire stations are drive-through stations where you come in and you go out and you don't have to come around, you do one turn and anything like that, but you have that again. We also know that over the years, as the road is widened, the portion of the apron out front was taking, to shorten all those things to make it just safety, visibility to the corridor, with fire truck needs, you want to very good view corridor up and down the road. Granted, part of the road is not quite that fast, but still hard to be able to see the apparatus. Overall, that's the sort of the nature of the existing site. This is a little hard to see, but this is both sites that have existing buildings on them and setbacks that are required for current zoning in town. So, in order to, if you were to take just the property that the existing station is on and look at the setbacks, you can see the existing building is actually outside of the setback. So even if you were to push that building back, the existing setback only takes up the entire footprint of what is buildable area from a zoning perspective. There also is the heavier dotted line to the front setback that is a provision in the town ordinance that allows that setback to be reduced for commercial property. Even with that reduction, the building is just over the front setback. So we were asked to explore what happens if the entire property were one parcel. Certainly does open up more room for the turning radius of the fire truck, and then parking, a little bit of parking requirements. It just makes it a little bit more useful site. There are goes to the 25-foot setback and the header dotted line and the allowance to reduce that across next to. And then there are side yard and no rear setback in place that can easily apply to it.
So we've evaluated both the parking requirement for the hospital new station as well as the dentist office. You'll see a little further on, we're going to be talking about if the station did take the whole site, or if we did have some shared parking usage between the dentist office and the new fire station. But currently, according to Town of James Island, the fire station we're going to be required for one parking spot per every 2 employees. It's anticipated that it would be 4 employees on site at one time. However, due to the nature of the fire department and really changing the guard and all that, with firemen coming and going, we're actually trying to show 10 parking spots to serve the fire station building, 8 of which breaks down to 4 the firemen who are on site currently. The next 4 firemen come on during the service change, as well as 2 additional parking spaces for public use. One of those spots being an ADA parking spot if needed. The dentist office, according to the Town of James Island, is required to have 1 parking spot for every 150 square foot of occupied space. So that would not include like storage rooms or other areas of the dentist office where the public would came to. I have not been in the dentist office yet. I'm taking some rough numbers, but I'm anticipating it being about 8 spots to a dentist office would need, and that would coincide with about how many spots are out there right now. Additionally, for Town of James Island, there is a provision there having 75% parking spots between both entities could be shared. That's not ideally what we're looking for, just for the sake of use for the dentist office and the fire. We're trying to really do all we can to honor that. We're really going to try to shut down 20 parking spaces in the option that where the dentist office and the fire station, those are neighbors.
As part of our site analysis, we also looked at, I mentioned the trees in the back, the large part of or occupied by the large trees in the first against those trees. We had an arborist look at the trees, certified arborist studied those trees and provide a report. And the largest, pretty large one tree is up to almost 30 meters. A couple of them had a disease that, as a result of that disease, was greater than a poor condition. The number 4 and number 5 are really almost an all site are in fair condition. And because of that disease and long-term lifespan of those trees, his report recommended they are liable for removal. When you look at the overall site, if you had each tree in one and staying away from them, the house circulation might work. So that was the purpose of having them come much more harder on site. Design criteria, anytime we do a fire station, the fire stations are central facilities. They have a higher safety factor and need to remain occupied during storms and those types of things. So all of their requirements, structural loads or height and increase. We, as part of our analysis, looking at the building as a type 4 essential facility, wind loads up to 166 miles an hour. It's also, we're in seismic zones, so the building is designed to meet seismic class E, and also because of flood, I think we can talk about a little bit later. Looking at the flood zone, the building, both sites are in relatively good flood zone. We talked about that when we had the open house, and that's really one of the highest parts of James Island. However, as you see happening on all these storms, what's happening in the FEMA is looking to increase what's called freeboard, which is the level that you build above flood rather than building to flood. The site itself averages about elevation 10, 11. If we have to have 2 feet and freeboard, that puts the site, the building up to about elevation 12. We have to be careful that the building doesn't get too high compared to the road, because it's 50 feet. The trucks can't get in, can't get out. So it's a bit of a delicate balance on where you put the floor of the building without having to flood through the building and costs and such a thing. There is, just so everyone is aware, there is a current, I guess that's the word I can think of, some discussions about potentially increasing the freeboard from 2 feet to 4 feet, which would be incredibly high. We have this station in Hilton Head that the apparatus bay itself is actually designed to be below flood and flood proof. Their protocol is that anything up to the category 2 form, they need the island, the living area is elevated above flood, but the apparatus bay is all flood proof. So they pull their apparatus out. They have backwater valves and flood leaks and things to protect the building. They recognize the building and get wet, and then come back in. The only issue with doing that is that FEMA, from a national perspective, is starting to shy away from doing wet flood design that would qualify. They really want everything up above the flood zone. So we can be a little bit more agreeable having portions of the facilities below flood. They really are trying to get out of that because the students have to know it's getting bigger and bigger. The ability to keep facility operations is more and more. What we are competing on at this point, since the current and any really current projected decision on whether it goes from flood plus 2 to flood plus 4, not really no planning to do that. So we're designing this or looking at this in the perspective of flood plus 2 feet. If the elevation is 10 feet, grade, the building has to be 12 feet, and based on the level of the road and where that flows, we think it's still compliance and runs the analysis on how to grade the building, we think it still works with project. The other issue that we're all dealing with, our office here all the time, is when you go buy a gallon of milk today, it's a lot different than it was last week, and will unfortunately probably be different next week. So building construction costs are very different. Maybe actually what cost of construction between just generally the cost of construction, but also the difficulty of getting materials lead time. After the hurricane in Florida, is going to help with that, what happened after Hurricane Katrina. A lot of manufacturers, dedicated material, sheetrock studs, contractors went to Katrina and left the vacuum so they came from and ended up raising costs. I think the hurricane in Florida is a little too recent to look projections about that, but it does happen regularly. So the line, what I'm saying is the construction costs are just ever increasing. Historically, and I think the way we constructed the previous station, municipalities moved delivering after they hired a contractor called design bid build. So you hired the architect, design team, to design the building. You do estimates during that design. So you design the building, and once you get the building design, you put it, advertise it to the contractor to then, so here's what I'm going to charge to build that building, and oftentimes that is based on generally who's going to give you the best value or lowest price. That as a delivery method is becoming more and more challenging as costs are more and more volatile. Remember, we use estimates, and as good as we think our estimates are, we really don't know the cost of that project until bid day, and even then, the contractors are basing it on for who's going to give you the lowest price. Oftentimes, what happens in design and building, you see a lot of change orders during the course of construction. So, but that paradigm is owner hires the architect, and separately the owner hires the contractor, and then you build the project. Typically on a job this size, we look to design the building in 12 months, that includes funding, funding process takes some time. We then, once we're done with the design phase, we bid, that can be a month and a half to 2 month process where contractors are doing plans, they're putting together their quotes, getting subcontractors, come in, ratify that contract. That process takes a month to 2 months. And then the contractor starts working. So you're looking at a 14 or so plus month process from the time we're told to design the building to the time we ratify a contractor and into the notice for construction. Again, on a building of this size, typically in about a year. The other issue that happens within this, when you throw in the mix of supply chain and material availability, now you compress where the contractor has to not only build it, but also when you've got long lead time. I would eventually say that in order to do a project like this, it's designed to build, you almost have to add 6 months of construction just so you can order materials up front so that they're in process for working to put the shovel in the ground. 6 months may not be enough. So there are pros and cons to that. There are pros and cons to that process. It's a very clear division of PSC. You have an agreement with the design team, and then you also then have a contractor. It's very clear what the contractual relationships are, and we act as an agency during construction. There are cons to that, again, as I mentioned, in the local line and estimates during the design phase. We're certainly going out to suppliers and manufacturers to get pricing during that, but estimating is not a specific science, and sometimes we have some good, sometimes they're not, so we always put the contingencies on it to make sure we're covered, during the large price point. We don't know the contract qualifications necessarily in the method. We can pre-qualify contractors, but it's still hard to tell, are they capable and qualified to build that? And then keep longer duration, costs around them. So there's another option that we've been talking to the PSC about, which is, this is the previous design bid build, and we'll see what happens in construction manager at risk, which is a different version. The actual agreement that you have with us is also At the same time, you are hiring and getting a contractor on board. The benefit to that is now we as the design team can work with the contractor to look at different options, different ideas, talk about different ways to construct the building system. Contractor has direct relationships with consultants and subcontractors to get more accurate ideas on budgeting. And in general, it creates more of a team approach. And it's one that we, first of all, we've seen this method quite a bit more for the last 5 years. I think we've increased with all the issues with cost and material. Again, the owner would hire the architect and the contractor basically at the same time. Still based on qualifications. We're able to vet the contractor. You're not basing who you get based on the price. You're basing it on his qualifications and his team, the right team to build the building. It also has an additional benefit, and you'll see on this area. So this is the same design and build schedule that you saw before, and this is an animated slide, so you'll see what happens when we're working directly with the contractor. The bidding phase basically is incorporated into the design phase. So those 2 months are going to be shipped over. But it also allows the contractor the ability and allows us as the architect, we don't have to put out one set of documents that the whole project. The contractor is already hired. The PSC can work with the contractor to do a foundation package or even ordering materials for things we know we have to put in the mechanical system. We know that mechanical system is a 1-year lead time. By the time you need it, if you only have a 1-year construction, that doesn't work because you've got to have those materials before construction is done. So what this process does is allow the contractor to order materials and equipment early before he actually starts working in the ground. So they have planners the bid phase disappears, the contractor selection moves over at the same time. We're starting design. That allows construction to slide over, and we see where the final GMP established. The way that this works as opposed to a design bid build where the contractor is looking at our drawings and this is the number I want to build it for, and typically that's low. Here we work with the contractor to develop what's called a guaranteed maximum price. All as the entire time that we're designing the building, there are milestones that we work with the contractor who looks at drawings and does takeoff, actual quantity takeoff, and it's helping us to establish a price that we can guarantee to the maximum you're going to take the building. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to save money, but what it means is before you start construction, the PSC has a better idea of what the cost will be, and it allows you to have more ownership of the decision because we're able to work with the contractor and talk about different systems, different materials, and it gives you, the owner, and the PSC, more involvement in the decision-making process. So overall, we have found it, and it's the time I put the fire station this way, that I think it's a very team-oriented approach to building buildings, which, if anyone's been involved in, we built a house and we built a fire station. There's trillion decisions that have to get made, and oftentimes they are all sort of connected to each other. It's very complex. So this just helps bring everyone to the table at the same time. So, Paul, I've been working across it for 30 years and worked on close to the fire stations, and we built fire stations in dollars per foot. They were long gone. And our office tried to design buildings that we're going to with Taj Mahal. We really tried very hard not to design Taj Mahal. Municipal funds are really important, and constituents want to know what the taxing is going to, and so we really try and make sure that first and foremost the building is safe and provides for the needs that belong to the city building, but and not a lot of extras involved in it. So everyone in the building, you actually see here that it was built and projected out and escalated the prices to engineers what we think construction will be doing. And you see basically between $700 and actually $800 is what we're seeing the buildings progress to or push toward. And this is not just within our office, this is a national trend. Your fire station in one is almost $670 a square foot. These are normal cost of construction. So building right there, again, I mentioned the central facilities, so it's got increased safety, increased structure, foundations, increased water and one. So again, we looked at two different options, trying to be sensitive to Dr. Gardner and family places on the corner. We tried to look at an option of the station and see how can we make circulation patterns and use of the site, parking apparatus. Can we do it to keep your office from
So option A, demo the existing station and the adjacent tenant office remains. So, first thing looking at the existing site plan, where on the left is existing, with the new site plan being ordered, right? The blue box you see there is the existing dentist office, and the case would be remain. There's three big trees with the big X's on them. From the information we got from the Arbor report, those trees are expected to go. They are heavily diseased. And we would start working for site prep for new construction. Now, as you can see on the image to the right, the white box being a figure out drawing of the potential new station, you start to see those red arrows at the bottom right-hand corner. Those are showing two-way access for both fire trucks and for parking into that shared parking lot between the two at the point where the parking lot hits that rear apron. And those are their aprons, in other words, for drivers. That parking lot is shared between both the fire department and dentist office. We're showing 20 spaces, one 88 space serving for them. Moving past that parking lot is where it more or less turns into an informal one-way, where the apparatuses will continue and then move into the bay. This would be happening when they get returned from calls. When they leave calls, however, you're correct. This station is a two-bay station. Either trucks can come out and then they go left or right, all the other two. Moving into more or less what the station looks like, we have a main entry point from in the top right corner, more or less the vestibule in there, that's directly adjacent to an office. This is where firemen will do the reports. This is also where firemen comes up to watch the trucks leave, helps them from the safety of the trucks leaving the day as well. Moving plans south, we start getting into the open concept kitchen, dining room, living room, which mostly is called the day room. And then further down, we go into the bunk room. This would be 4 semi-private bunk rooms, more or less about 6 foot high, with the wall between the bunk, more or less large with the room, with bunks in there, with toilet and laundry facilities, quite adjacent to there. Moving into how firemen move into the apparatus bay or the front lift, there is a PT locker room. This is pretty much where the firemen store all their fire gear. There's that hallway between the day room and the apparatus bay. There's another airlock vestibule. That is important for the health and welfare of the firemen, that they don't have direct access from the apparatus bay. There's a lot of studies going right now for carcinogen that firemen are facing during the calls, and being having that airlock separation between the possible dirtiness of what happens at apparatus bay inside of the day room, the bunk room, where we've got to live, is truly important. Just north of the airlock here with the Teton, that is actually where the firemen will, more or less this road with the cleaner gear, and as necessary, if they need to shower in that area as well. Moving into the apparatus bay, we're sizing for 2 apparatuses in here. It's a 60-foot long bay, by about 50 feet wide. Moving to the left of the apparatus bay is the pool room, more or less like a glorified area where the firemen can fix their gear, store some radios, store some gear, as well as 2 more or less large storage components all up the side of that. You are showing in the very plan south of this, the 3 boxes right there, one of which is a generator, if need be, if the power of the station 100%, as well as some basic idea of some mechanical area that may be serving the building.
One of the things I want to point out is because of current two buildings on the side of parking, the station itself is really elongated, and the bunking before the remote apparatus. One of the tenets of fire station design is response time and how quickly they can get from bunk to apparatus. And so, like, pulling that out, there is a longer response time, there is more time happening, a bit more dense, but certainly working stuff.
Well, we're going to show you a quick flyby video of this option. Right now, top of Carbon Elementary, on the Carbon Road, we're going to go around. Main entry was that forefront there, the 2 symbolizing Station 2, going into their parking lot, dentist office, the main. Now coming up in the rear apron there, cars and trucks with it.
I know this is like that on next is
the images, front entry, aerial view, the view from Carbon Road, and then side view.
so we looked at costs as well. Overall, this option between them and the dentist office is 0 for the main. Looking at estimated cost of construction, we could get down to the midpoint construction and also escalation. Taking aside roughly $4 million for the building. Those are hard costs, but there are a lot of soft costs that go along with that. Design teams, furniture, you got to buy furniture and equipment. There are some computers, etc. Furnishing, inspection. Basically, we're looking at a total project cost of about $4.5 million, but then also a land acquisition to come up with an agreement, some shared agreement, with the back portion of your responsibility to that drive. This has not been negotiated or any kind of any discussions with that. Obviously, that's going to involve yes, but there is a cost to that at this point. I think that I'm what I've also read. That is not a hard cost. The other option at the end is just like we've done at Station 1, an option for solar power, and so there's a different cost for that, and there's a number for that as well. Basically, we're looking at about $5 million. Option 2 uses the entire site. Gives a little more elbow room, allows for the building to be a bit more condensed. The location and access directly into the apparatus bay. The site itself is pretty still away, but we then have access along the back, parking behind the back of the mountain, absolutely. Huge parking areas, public and private. The other benefit of this option is that it also allows the space to less of the apparatus that is planned for future to have another apparatus with site. The other option, part of land, is really an option to expand the apparatus.
One more thing I'll add on this one, that first option A, is the use of, now we have ways of stormwater management. On the first option, we would probably have to do underground management, because there's so much real estate of pavement, buildings on there, we wouldn't have a place to keep stormwater. This option would allow us to have a side that we, at this moment, a decent amount of land for that stormwater management.
Just for, education purposes, the site actually is high to the left and slopes towards the intersection of Harvard and Montserrat. So the low spot is on that corner, lower spot is on that corner. Here again, now we see the ballroom and the proximity to the apparatus being a little bit closer. The day room, really, as far as the design, following a lot of what you have from an aesthetic, one open day room, open kitchen, nice entering office area, and all of the other corresponding areas that Ryan talked about, still keeping that central area, an apparatus area, and living side, what we call the mid-zone, yellow zone, the deep zone, those types of things. It's also within the apparatus.
So apply by reading this one.
The area here on the right of that, so the potential for the apparatus bay, which is the living area in the middle, entry on the corner. Area up front is Ryan talking about attention to stormwater. It can be a huge permitting issue, between more and more of that becoming a real issue and flooding the county requirements for stormwater retention and better treatment. Here up front is more public parking and in the back more private parking.
So this is front entry, court. Site plan, from barbecue, and then side.
So the addition here, from the cost perspective, is there's now a cost between on the top item of the mere cost of demolishing the building, not purchasing or anything like that, just the cost is been on both that building and this incorporates the cost of demo as well. The rest of the numbers pretty much stay the same. Pretty good in the land acquisition, which again, at the plus or minus, garden, building, and then full power option. This roughly is the other one is about $5 million, something in that range, a little bit higher in the range. Overall, so schedule, where are we? Obviously tonight we're presenting the concept, but the next step would be that the commission needs to decide on the direction. As soon as that would happen in the next couple of weeks. I know that Dave and the are working on looking at finance options, pricing, and such a thing, looking to appraisal is done. But looking at ways we need to discuss budget in February, about the 5 months. Once those funds are authorized, looking at about 4 months. So at that point, that's just the start the formal design process. And I'm getting one from now. And then I mentioned design roughly between 12 months. If this is design details, schedule that I mentioned before. So total, we're looking at another 3 to 3.5 years before the building is based on this and when the design is. With that, there's a lot of information hopefully with that, but I'm happy right on hand with it. If there's any questions about any slide, you may.
Did you have, and that, is it Dr. Gardner? Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming. Working with us on this. So how much acres do you have? How much acres do you have?
Oh. I don't think we had the actual survey in the, we can have all of it.
We don't know. I mean,
We just don't, I don't want to give you a number that I don't want.
come on, Harry,
Yeah, we have it on the survey.
okay.
We
I
have,
I just don't know how much big our parcel is. Is your parcel, is your parcel as big as ours?
this parcel's a little bit bigger, I believe, just because it's carrying that L shape on it. And again, I'm sorry, kind of, we've got it.
Okay, and then another question, do I understand this correctly, that fire station number one, that we just got a new one, the square footage is 2,025?
That was projecting, I'm sorry, that's projecting the cost of the year 2025. So,
What is the square footage?
12,400 square feet.
12,400?
Yes.
Okay, and so option A was how many square feet?
these options both are in the neighborhood of 5,500 square feet.
This one, the option A was 53, option B was 54. That will by the side a little bit as
In the neighborhood of 5,500 square feet. But we don't have any, that station, larger apparatus, we've got classroom training, other offices, so you've got a,
we got a 3 days or 2 days, that's a large, that's what it is, like that, close to 1,000.
but that slide is to show you, if you took the cost of building that in 2021, and projecting those pricing, that number out in the same time this would be built, it's about $607 a foot.
Well, I know that some of us here will remember that the proposed cost for fire station number one is around $5 million. And so that ended up coming in at $8 million. My recollection is fine. Well, I was there. Well, the cost came in at more than the community had planned for it to come in.
Right.
And that happens, of course, you need to have made room for that.
So our, just to let you know, the estimate that we had done includes 30% contingency on top of the number. It's not based on today's number. It's looking ahead to midpoint of construction, 2025, and then also adding a contingency, because at this point, we've got some pretty pictures, we've got floor plans, but we don't have a whole lot of information, so, in terms of the estimate of the road.
Chief, how many firemen are on duty? I say firemen because I don't think we have a fire component. How many firemen are on duty, say, at station number one and one pump?
Honestly,
How many pumps are you all out there?
8
With 8
with
pumps?
compared to
So there would be 4 fire personnel on duty at the fire station number 2 with 4 pump crews. I have more, but I'll give other people a chance. I believe that he has land office, investment company. Yeah, they do.
Those do not, those are cost of construction, they're right. Correct.
Yeah, I was wondering about this stormwater. I was wondering, last couple of weeks ago, when we go to including our fire station, how to do that land compressing thing, what is, what we doing?
No, well, I'll back up, I'll say, at this point, we assumed that this would be a pilot building. And I did that because, worst case scenario, it is pilot. Meaning, you would drive pilots down and all. I wanted to tackle the worst case scenario from a cost perspective. So that's the issue with surcharge, is you're just driving around, put dirt on and let it compress, sit dirt there for anywhere between 2 to 6 months. One, there's a time involved in that and a cost involved in that. It may be an option here, but it would be more difficult to do, certainly with the option where we look at both of these on site. But, again, for this purpose, we assume that it is five.
You would know that answer early on, when we went to design, getting a geotech engineer on site, they would give us some recommendations, we would work with them, and from that point, pretty much I say, in the first floor design, we have a good idea of the foundation system that will actually be needed by taking the board, the physical location of the site. And it could lead to finding a little bit of a different to build on the site, depending on what's there too, that center and all that. But right now, we haven't put it up there.
There's lots of different options.
So if you are working on the project.
It could, depending on how, again, it depends on the approach for the method that you use. If you do scan the bricks and do emerging site packaging, if there's a building down, just look for drawing before we're done designing the building, I can sit there and doing what it needs to do as it's designing the building, basically, finishing the contract document. But there are other options as well. Earthquake drainage, foundations, it could be based on the soil shear on it, do any of that to be shallow foundation. It could just reduce the overall
I'd like to suggest that we also can, you guys are working together it makes a lot of things, and it really helps all also. So, I'm very pleased to be here. Also, like I said, you showed us what it will cost, at this now, and then we also brought the concept we bought the benefits office. So at least we have some ideas and you've given us information, so when we decide to do that, that's what we want to do, we have information, so we could, go back and look into the board. So, thanks for doing that. That could be a thing. Anybody else who wants to add anything?
I said, would you like to give us your thoughts about the future practice here, your office, or, if you read it on? I mean, I've dealt with it on the spot, if you don't want to say anything, please don't, but.
After the beginning of this, so it's a little overwhelming, the idea. As I said, the paper, I don't think we got the address for the it's basically a small hospital. So, I had a dental company, and they talked about it, and they've been ground up for 2 years, so I don't have land, so, and a build out is 14 to 15 months. And I'd like to be, I love that area. I'd like to be somewhere close, because those are my vision for my favorite generation, like the 60, 70, 80-year-olds, and they're back behind me, so they won't go very far.
I would like to make the suggestion in the form of a motion to take proposal 2 off the table. The architect has shown us tonight an absolutely gorgeous sketch for proposal A, and I would make a suggestion for this committee, which this evening I believe consists of the 3 of us, that we move out in this committee with proposal 2 off the table and then start.
Look at that, we're just getting the information and driving the farm, get really something. We need to look at it and we don't need to make a very,
I respect your thoughts on that, and so I will move on with my thoughts about the lack of transparency in this process. And I know that there are those who disagree with me, that it is Columbus Day, which is a holiday of some sort, I believe it's in school, but it is a federal holiday. This event behind us, front or tree, I just looked it up, it was
from 6 to 8 p.m. I had to circle, and then I had to park in the back. People care deeply about a $5 to $6 million expenditure. And our general fund budget is, what is it, Mr. Schaefer?
It varies to varying.
Okay. That's a huge expenditure for us. If there may be some folks in this room who remember the last process, which started in 2018. The fire station was finished in 2020. You know, we had a pandemic in there. Granted, it wasn't, the costs weren't where they are, but that was a 2-year process. What you're showing us is a much longer process. So I don't see any reason why we can't postpone this until January. Because I just looked at the calendar. If we postpone this decision and not take this up at our next meeting, we'd be looking at Thanksgiving time. Our next meeting is the week before Thanksgiving or the week after, I don't know when. We postpone it to December, we're looking at Christmas and New Year's time. If we postpone it until January, the new commission is needed, folks have had time to digest all this, we've had time to get word out to the community. This rush for a $5 to $6 million project is staggering to me. So I'm very disturbed about this moving so quickly. So I would now make the suggestion that we postpone the full commission taking this up in our meeting, which is on, give me a moment, January 30th of 2023. Monday, January 30th of 2023. Rather than moving forward with this huge expenditure, and I think a lot of folks would like to come this evening and see this presentation. Y'all done a beautiful job, but there's just no reason to rush it through. I feel like, this is nothing new. We've been talking about getting this station in mind. A long time. We have a new on new information, but we don't know all the things that we have done to it. So, I'm not willing to, relate anything. What I do know is that in 2018, commissioners voted for beautiful new fire station 1, and certain people hunted them out to dry, with signs all over the island, and really went after them for making a decision for such a huge expenditure right before election day. We have a history of that on Grace Island. There is no reason why this can't wait until January, not only because of the new commission, but because of the holiday. This is Charleston County Council, City of Charleston, ridiculousness that we see with them with the lack of transparency. And we've got 10 people here tonight, most of them staff, to see this. Well, I'm sorry, I feel like we should go ahead.
Is that a motion?
I'm making a vote.
Oh, it's written out for you? By Ms. Wolf. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's, you just can't, oh, you just get on up. I did not write it.
She did not like
I
that.
really, you just handed it to her.
Shut up.
Oh,
Hey, what
my
you trying to do?
goodness. Commissioner.
You're being.
Oh, my goodness. Mr. Chair of the committee.
You're out of line. I make a motion to recommend to the full commission that the district manager move forward with the Odyssey A. Continue the conservation design within, and here, 23, population. Wait a second.
Discussion, please.
Discussion?
Discussion, please.
Discussion? If you, go ahead.
Okay. I do not see a reason why this process can't be postponed for another 20 days. I will be getting that. Thank you. We're going to talk about
Let it call for the vote.
Commissioner Brown Crouch,
Yes.
Commissioner Middleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Clifford.
Yes.
Motion carries 2-1.
I believe it's on the agenda, Chair Renfro. I'm going to read that for this book. I'm not going to look at it. So, update on fire station, this would be a 23 and 24. Keep breakdown that we keep in the line, which I'll speak to that.
Well, I'll speak first on behalf of Capital. Let me get my glasses, I can't read. Capital items for year 23-24. And I'll give each one of you a copy of this. This is what we'll be discussing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Don, appreciate it.
Thank you.
This will sign.
Thank you all very much.
All right, so I'll talk about the first item, then I'll give Chief Engelman the opportunity to speak about the second item. So for the 23-24 proposed capital item, number one, and we've talked about this project. This is replacing ladder 801, 2010 Pierce. It's out of date. It's been long. We're going to keep it in the spare, but we need to purchase a new one to keep up our ISO rating or whatever. In February 2022, we signed a contract with Pierce to secure the pricing to avoid future price increases. Contract states delivery no later than the end of December 2023. We have a tentative pre-construction visit in March of 23 and anticipated completion date of October 2023. All these figures that you see above, and I'll repeat those in a minute, reference in a contract approved with Spartan Apparatus, and you can find this on page 4, Exhibit A, purchase detail forms contained in the JIPSD submission package dated January 24th, 2022. So we've almost talked about this for a year. But that 2023 Pierce is a 107 tandem up. Purchase price of the signed contract is $1,278,826. We have loose equipment in there to put hose and tools on it, $300,000 in state sales tax, $500 for a total price of $1,579,326. We've spoken about this numerous times, other fire committee meetings, and of course we brought it up in the commission meeting. Second thing is the self-contained breathing apparatus. I'll let Sean talk about that here, and then I'll follow up in conclusion here. You need this? No, he's on that.
As you have informed before, we have applied to the firefighter grant. That would entail approximately $27,500 match ourselves to replace our air pack. Probably manage our air pack is really the cost of use part of on the grant road, the tax approximately if we are not successful in the grant, we really not do it. The current tax may qualify for replacement of the AFP grant, however, the problem is every year, FEMA says that these changes with the current year is actually the So those are the first people that get approved.
Sean, have you heard anything? Possibly? Nothing? So you have any idea when, you might be doing something?
No. They issued grants and little money on that. So, you know, how much they give in the front, do they go in the second round, do they still money left over, do they go the third round? And we make it, literally could be 1 year before we even get into the third round, because they kind of roll it out and do it.
So the communication goes first, and then they go back.
It sounds when I was hoping we would get the top, because we're able to use the option, move us up. But there's a possibility there, 200 of the fire department can come and have an impact.
So with, the AFG grant, with the possibility of us not getting the AFG grant, our facts are obsolete, unserviceable, or usable, but we have no way to replace them. Companies that come out, we have to manually test out equipment, they are no longer coming out, equipment got to be replaced. So contingency two, if we do not receive an AFG grant, we'll be putting in the capital item to the fire department of a number at $625,000 for the replacement of their fleet of air pack in next year's budget. And that 625 represents 8.7% increase from the plan last year, which again was referenced in the JICSD commission package dated December 13, 2021. So today should not be a surprise. We talked about SPBA in December of 21. We applied for a grant then, and we're waiting and waiting. But if we don't hear anything from them, that's where we are with SCBA's and the ladder truck. So the fire department, capital item, 23-24. In conclusion, the fire department capital items being submitted this evening for the 2023-2024 budget year total $2,204,326. Thank you for your attention. Anybody got any questions?
I've got a question actually for Mr. Schaefer. Mr. Schaefer, we're going to talk about millage at a regular city meeting or tonight or when it comes to any millage increase tonight has to do for 2024.
So typically, we talk about that at the Ways and Means Committee meetings. Right now, those are scheduled for the 13th of
I'm
February.
sorry, I can't.
Right now, those are scheduled for Monday, the 13th of February, and Monday, the 13th of March. The second Mondays in February and March.
Can you even say to the city whether or not we're going to have millage increases for Christmas or?
No, and that's what Mr. Damron was here, our financial advisor. He's been working with bond counsel, and obviously we want to come up with some different options to be able to propose.
Any questions on any of that? Did I give you all an update on what's happening with the fire department since we're in the last meeting? All right. So, good things are happening. We just promoted 2 battalion chiefs last week. Steve Rogers left, and then with my promotion to fire chief, Molly was moved into my position as deputy fire chief for operations, which opened up. That's it. 29 years so that opened up another battalion chief after Steve Rogers left. So we had 2 positions open. We had 4 people in the rank, and we named the battalion chief on this last week. Beginning of last week. So we got that done. So now we've got to promote captains because those guys who were battalion chiefs, captains, and they haven't gotten those things. So in the next 2 months between now and hopefully November 28th, we'll make an announcement for our engineer and captain testing, and we'll have a written test, practice, full test, and we'll have some new people in position. So hopefully we can get some of these positions. Also, we have 3 new candidates from recruit school that starts on Thursday this week. So they go to Columbia, and they're out in Columbia for 2 months. So recruit school, October 13th to December 9th, graduated. Yes,
Has our starting pay grade for the new teachers changed in the last couple of years? Have you got that?
yes, that.
What did it change?
Exact figures I can't say, HR dealt with that. I know that like in November of last year, we did a 10% increase across the board from captains all the way down to the fire recruit. Fire recruit pay is like $13.55 for recruit school right now.
Okay, so in our advertisement for recruits, it's 13 something an hour.
13.55,
So the department is asking for an increase for
Right.
those guys.
Right.
Okay.
We have open positions in the department. We got 7 open positions.
Yeah, maybe the
We're trying to
pay.
get some people in.
Yeah.
We're no different than anybody else, every fire department. You talk to Charleston, you talk to Polly, you talk to
City of Charleston is
everybody.
talking about it. City of Charleston talking
Oh, well, they're always talking about pay.
I thought it might be a issue with recruitment.
We do the best we can. It's the best fire department in the country. You might not get rich here, but you'll get rich with something if you come here for a career. And that's working
$13
here.
an hour, so.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gonzalez. And yes, Wilton, that was, I believe, but I remember very much, and I was just talking about this for some reason, that we need to pay across the board because the day I attended was one of the lower, it's so unfortunate, and people are not doing anything for these teachers, but yes, we did increase.
Not for the,
So we did some increase, so yes, we are getting the more money.
I'm concerned about the starting.
Starting recruits and fire too, two different things. The fire recruits are paid on an hourly wage, it's Monday, like 8 hours, 9 hours a day, where fire twos is, I think, 24 hours. I'd say still money, we want to increase. There's nothing we can do, $8 a day, right? We can't go bigger, we can't get no more tax. We gotta live within our means. You know, like I say, it's a great place to work, and we try to put that out there, we gotta get better. It's not bad. It's not the worst either. Unemployed, worse. And let's see, and the only other thing I wanted to tell you all about fire department was,
Saturday.
two things, man. Stop the highway, 8 o'clock, Fort Johnson and Folly, pick up the night. And, we thank those who came out to the, community service event last Thursday. There's a good crowd there. I know he had, District Manager Shaker had a fun time hanging out Thursday. But there's a good amount of people there, good amount of, demos and, not really and we had a good time.
I make a motion that we adjourn. Thank you. Is there a second? Second. We
Roll call.
Motion to adjourn?
Commissioner Brown Crouch,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller,
Yes, I'm sorry.
Commissioner Clifford,
Yes.
we adjourn.